Now that we have some background about the general characteristic of sales process and sales organization, we can start deep diving on how the sales and demand fulfillment is managed through SAP, ERP, and as done with procurement and accounting. We will start by discussing which are the main data and the main source of data that are present in SAP for this type of process. First of all, this is what it will be under our scope. So this is a basic fulfillment process where all start with the sales that receive the customer purchase order and create a sales order. Then in order to satisfy this order, this information is passed to the warehouse it needs to prepare the shipment and send the shipment with the materials, with the product for the customer. And then once the product has been received and the customer is satisfied, the sales company the supplier for the customer will prepare the invoice and will send it to the customer, which will then pay the company. First of all, let's start with the organizational data. Organizational data, are the main source of data of or where the main information will be stored in every process, in particular in this case for the fulfillment process. And what you see here in the list are all the organizational data that are needed by SAP to manage the fulfillment process, and in particular, some of them we already know, like client, like company code. Some others are instead essential to the fulfillment process, meaning that are characteristics of the fulfillment process. In particular, we have the concept of sales area, the concept of shipping point, and the concept of credit control area. In particular, in the concept of the sales area, we will see that we will include the sales organization and distribution channel and the division. So these are the three organizational data, the three group of organizational data that are typical, that are specific of the fulfillment process. While instead plants, the store location are more typical of production, and we will see that, but they are still relevant for the fulfillment process, while instead client and company code are general data that we already discussed about. Let's start with the sales organization. We already talked a bit about this during the introductory concept, but a company is divided into several sales organizations according to which is their way to organize the sales department. And if, for example, we are talking about the sales organization per geographical area, each of them is responsible of sale of the sales and the distribution of goods and service for a particular geographical area, which can refer to a regional or a national market. As we already saw, in the theoretical part, a sales organization is responsible of these three activities. So, negotiating terms of condition of sales for the market, is responsible of to negotiate with customer. To negotiate this customer how to distribute the goods and service, and so to reach them in their location, and also is responsible to customer in referring to liability and rights of recourse related to product and in case of dispute. As said, can be organized according to market, geography, or geographical location, and the sales organization is the highest level of aggregation in sales related reporting. And each company code must have at least one sales organization, because otherwise we don't have a reference point when the fulfillment process is executed. If we stick with our example, so the GBI example, in the case of GBI, we can see that again GBI is a general company which is divided into two companies, so GBI US and GBI German, and as we can see, each of the two companies as a sales organization which is divided in two according to the geographical area. For the US, we have a sales organization for the Eastern US and one sales organization for the Western US, and for Germany, one sales organization for Northern Germany and one sales organization for Southern Germany. Then let's, talk about the distribution channel. Again, we already see this component, but just refresh this. A distribution channel is the mean by which a company delivers its goods and services to its customer. Typical channel are, we already talked about this: wholesale, retail sale, internet sales, and through the different channel. A company can make some differentiation on pricing, of type of product to deliver, on responsibility, on plant satisfying different type of customer, type of shipment main, and so on. A sales organization, in order to be effective, so in order to reach the market, of course, need to have at least one distribution channel, because otherwise we don't have any association on how salespeople can reach the final market. Although a distribution channel, of course, can be assigned to multiple sales organizations. Again, let's see what's happened in the GBI case. If you look at the GBI case, so we have again the organization that we discussed, so sales organization Eastern and Western, and Northern Germany and Southern Germany. If you can see, for the US company, the sales organization taking care of the Eastern market is as just as the wholesale distribution channel to reach the market. While instead, in case of the Western sales organization, we have both the wholesale channel and the internet sales. So GBI customer of Western US can buy product of GBI also through online, so through e-commerce, while instead those in the East can buy only through wholesaler. Which is, something similar which what happened in Germany, because in this case the Northern Germany sales organization can reach the North German market through wholesaler and online e-commerce, while instead the customer in the south of Germany can just acquire GBI product through wholesale. Of course, these are the same channel in different region. According to company, then it's up to the company to define if some specific rules to operate in each channel need to be respected, even cross country, or if each country and each sales organization is autonomous in organizes the way in which he address client, is managing customer relationship, and so on. So this is vary to company, but generally speaking, each sales organization can have different channel comparing to the others. The concept of division instead is related not just to sales, but to the fact that most companies which usually produce several products try to consolidate these different products into what we call family of product, which are generally managed together, giving birth to what we call division or business unit. So company have different family of product lines, and the management of these product lines is consolidated in what we call division or business unit. A product, or of course a family of product or a product line, can be assigned to one division only, because otherwise the organizational logic will fall, and each business unit or division can employ its own sales strategy and its own sales organization by defining their pricing strategy, their distribution strategy, their marketing strategy, and so on. And then of course it's act like if it were an autonomous entity within the same company. Of course, I mean, a division can be assigned to multiple sales organizations if, I mean, a company needs to do that, because it may happen that a product within a division can be sold in different markets even if the sales organization is not part of this division. So a division can be assigned to multiple sales organizations, but I mean, a division, a sales organization can also include many divisions, but must have at least one division to refer to, because it is the main point of reference to the product that it needs to bring to the market. So if there is no division, no business unit, no product lines, we don't know which type of product this sales organization is asked to deliver to the market. If we recall the Procter & Gamble case that we analyzed in the accounting part, for example, as you can see, I mean, I don't know, this is probably not the most recent organizational chart I found, but I mean, the logic is still the same. You see that what we called at that time segment are divisions. So baby, health, beauty, and food are 4 division or business unit of Procter & Gamble, and each division, each business unit will have his way to deliver product to the market. So his marketing and sales department that will, I mean, configure the marketing lever, so place, product, price, and promotion according to the characteristic of the business units is referring to. In the case of GBI, again, GBI has 2 different companies. So we have the US company and the German company, each one with 2 different sales organizations. Which, I mean, please don't get confused, because when we represent organizational data and data in SAP, I mean, this is not exactly an organizational chart, because the level are not well represented. This is just to give an idea of how the different area of the company interacts within each other. So don't get confused. GBI has 2 different companies, GBI US and GBI Germany, and has 2 sales organizations in each area, Eastern, Western, and Northern and Southern. But then within each area, so in Germany and in US, GBI has 2 type of business units. So one for selling bike, so one for bike product, and the other one for accessory products. So this is mirrored in their sales organization. So if you see here, I mean, a level here is missing. So under the company code US, you have sales organization, and people in the sales organization as the 2 division of the GBI are bike and accessory. People are organized in resources which are able to sell bike, and resources that instead are able to sell accessories in the eastern region and in the western region. So that's the idea of how the division and the business unit interrelate with the sales organization. So in this case, there is a geography specialization, but that inside the sales, people are organized according to the business unit that characterize GBI. So product bike and product accessories. Then we have what we call the sales area. A sales area is no other than a combination of the 3 previous organizational elements. So the sales organization, a distribution channel, and a division, which are 3 particular aspects which forms a sales area, which are, I mean, unique for the fulfillment process. So in practice, the sales area defines which distribution channel a sales organization uses to sell specific products associated with a particular division. A sales area can be assigned to only one company code, and all the documents associated with the fulfillment process, like quotation, like packing list, belong to one sales area. In the case of GBI, again, take Just for example, in this case, GBI US, we have sales organization, Eastern and Western, distribution channel, wholesale sales and internet sales, and on this distribution channel, people can sell bike or accessories. Within the US company, GBI has 6 sales area. One is the one that you see highlighted. So Eastern, wholesales and bike. Then you have also Eastern wholesales accessories. So Eastern sells accessory through wholesales, and this is the second. The third one is Western selling bike through wholesales. The fourth is Western selling accessory through wholesale. The fifth is Western selling bike through internet. And the final one, the sixth, is Western selling accessories through e-commerce. So these are the 6 sales areas that characterize GBI in the company GBI in US. There are 6 more in company GBI in Germany. Then, I mean, there is also a further concept that characterizes the sales, the sales and the fulfillment process, which is the concept of distribution chain. Very quickly, and just to let you know that this concept exists, the distribution chain represents a unique combination of a sales organization and a distribution channel and within a division. So a unique combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and I mean the division is called distribution chain because it relies, as you can see, Western through the wholesale channel selling bike. As I mean, you can perceive this is a distribution chain. It characterizes how the product is sold where. It's named distribution chain, and you can see in ERP that some data at distribution chain level are reported, like as some master data. So material master, pricing condition, and also other one can be stored at distribution chain level. Then these are, I mean, the organizational data which are specific to the fulfillment process. But we have also seen other organizational elements that we need to be included. That they need to be included in the fulfillment scope in order to make the process work properly. The first one is the plant. In the fulfillment process, it is called a delivery plant. I mean, a facility from which the company, so the selling company, delivers product and service to its customers. So, I mean, I'm selling the product, I need to deliver this product, and the customer can ask to sell this product, to ship this product to one possible plant, which can be a manufacturing facility or a storage facility if, I mean, the product needs to be brought to the production line, but can be also the warehouses if, I mean, we're talking about a customer which is a retailer or a wholesaler, or can be office. I mean, if we don't need this product for the production, but we need, for example, for office or for other purposes. Of course, a plant can be assigned to more than one distribution chain. So a combination of sales organization and distribution channel, and of course, a distribution chain can be associated with more than one plant. So, of course, here there is also the concept of customer, but generally speaking, there are certain plant characteristics that are associated with some type of distribution chain. And of course, in order to conclude the fulfillment process, at least one plant needs to be assigned to each distribution chain. Otherwise, we don't have the arrival point. I mean, just to make you understand the concept, so each combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and product, so each distribution chain needs to be assigned at least to one plant, but can be connected even with more plants. Like for example, if you see for distribution channel one, distribution chain one, distribution chain one can deliver product to plant 1 and plant 2, and so it means that plant 1 is only associated with distribution chain 1, while instead, and similarly for plant 3, so distribution chain 3 delivers product to plant 2 and plant 3, but plant 3 delivers only from distribution chain 3, while instead plant 2 is associated to distribution chain 1, 2, and 3 and can receive product from all the 3 distribution chain. So there can be every case. The importance is that it is well coded in your system. Then there is also the concept of shipping point. So the shipping point is instead a location in a plant from which outbound deliveries are shipped. So it can be a physical location such as a loading dock. So this is a loading dock, or a rail depot. This is a rail depot, or a mailroom, simply a mailroom. So where product or can be just a group of employees who handle autonomously express or special deliveries. So there should be a point in which materials need to be brought in order to be then delivered to a customer. Of course, a shipping point is associated with one, or can be associated to one or more plants, and the plant can have more than one shipping point, of course. But a plant must have at least one shipping point from which to process deliveries. Otherwise, the shipping point won't be physically located within the plant. Just to give you an example, shipping point can be single, or can be multiple, or can be shared. In this case, as you can see, we have multiple plants accessing one shipping point. In particular, we have two storage facility and one factory, and the only plant that has a shipping point is a storage facility located in the front office. So the only shipping point existing for this type of organization is the one located in the front office. This means that all material from the factory and the storage facility must first be moved to this facility, so to this storage facility within the front office, in order to be then shipped to their destination. This is instead, a multiple shipping points. In this case, there are several plants. You see that storage facility 1, storage facility 2, and storage facility 3, and we have a sharing of 3 shipping points, which are this one, and this one. Storage facility number 1 has 1 shipping point, and facility number 3 has 2 shipping points, while storage facility number 2 has no shipping point, and so needs to use one of the shipping points located in other plants. In particular, in storage facility number 3, one of the shipping points handle normal deliveries, this one, and the other one is target to manage express deliveries, or deliveries that require special handling, because maybe in this shipping point there are some special equipment that help to manage express or special handling deliveries. Finally, last but not least, the last typical organizational data that is present in SAP and support the procurement process, the fulfillment process, is the credit control area. The credit control area, which is typical of fulfillment, is an organizational level that is responsible for customer credit. So is responsible to verify which is, the credit ranking of the customer, because it determines, it analyzes and defines what we call customer credit worthiness. So how much the company can give credit in terms of economic and financial credit to the customer, establishing credit limits, monitoring and manages the actual extension of possible money to be paid by customer. There are two options through which the company can decide to manage the credit control. One can be the centralized option, in which a single credit control area managers analyze the credit for customer across all company codes in the enterprise. So there is one manager and more people, assisted by more people, and we take care of all the customer of all the companies and we check the credit worthiness of all of them. The decentralized approach instead, for example, put one credit control office in each company, for example, and each one target the credit worthiness verification for the customer that each company code is addressing. Of course, this arrangement is particularly useful if customer conduct business with multiple company codes within enterprise and with great differences. It's up to the company if use the decentralized model to establish common rules across the different offices. Just to show example of this, this is a centralized credit control area. As you can see, we have two companies. You see here, US and Germany, and the credit control area is shared among the two. So his duty is to make credit control for all the customer addressed by GBI US and GBI Germany. And so rules for credit worthiness verification are shared and are the same for both companies, which is quite different from this case because here you can see that GBI is a further example, is not linked to the one that we have seen before, but this is the case where you see the GBI has defined two different control area, one for the NAFTA zone, so US, Canada and Mexico, so for America, and one for Europe, so Great Britain and Germany. So in this case, we will have people that will verify credit worthiness and credit ranking for customer of the American market, while instead there will be other offices which were aimed to analyze credit worthiness for customer in Great Britain and in Germany, so European in the European market. Of course, again, it's up to the company to understand if these two offices are totally autonomous in defining the rules or if some alignment need to be present.